Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Monday morning and we are at Castle Combe. I have brought Ethan, Toby and Jordan along in our Honda Civic Type R for a bit of track day action. This lot have never been on a track, not here, not anywhere, so everyone else has. We thought we'd come out, have a bit of fun. In fact, we're invited by some of the guys who are over here, but they're out on track now because they're more organised than us. MONKEYZ. A couple of guys on there invited us, said about this track day, and it was all the excuse I needed to get it booked. So we'll put a link to their channel below. Hopefully we get a chance to chat to them a bit later on, and hopefully we get to see them on track because they've also got a FN2 Civic Type R, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on. This would normally be your braking point.
Yeah.
Turning in, off the brakes through here, obviously. Try and stay off the rumble strips. Don't boot it out of it because it's going to spin. And that's meant to be where you go in that cone over there, but you then need to come back round to this. You can keep it pretty fast. We'll let this guy overtake. You can stay flatters all the way through here, as long as you get it right. Because otherwise you're just spinning up, you're not quick. Excited?
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason in my head I had the track being a lot smaller.
Yeah. It is technically a small track, there's not that many really fast bits.
Yeah.
Like 115, 120 up that main straight is about what you get in this. Give you a little bit kind of less power cut and whatever, that's your traction control button off.
Yep.
Just press that and whatever, just don't show Jordan. Jordan can't be trusted, don't let him see.
I'm sure he knows it's there.
I suppose, whether he does, whether he...
if anyone knows where the traction button's going to be, it's going to be Jordy.
Yeah, he gets in the car and he's like, how can I have the least traction possible, please? Are you at least familiar with this track if you like this? Was it college or uni?
College, yeah, literally the other side of that hedge is where we were studying.
But did you have to, like, I don't know, put things into practice on the track or anything? No. So you got to show him your chin straps, definitely strapped, and then show him your wristband. And like you said, you got to go fairly quick to get up with him. So normally if you're coming up there, you want to be left and you're coming all the way across. Yeah. That's your braking point. Stay out here, turning point. Apex, braking point. Again, it really does make a big difference when you come out here. And then,
such a late apex.
Yeah. Well, you'll know better than the rest of them. Jordan will just try and hack it across the corner as fast as possible. But the smoother the better. Trackslag.com. What a website. Braking point. You start braking here, all the way out to the left. Heavy on the brakes. And then nurse it around looking for your blue cone on the apex.
It's got cruise control. Just cruise around at 70. Oh mate, you can set cruise to like 155. Just steer to slow down. Chop, chop, chop. It's got a cone filter on it. Chop. King Who fit round?
What, the trike or the beamer?
Beamer.
Hopefully we don't die.
Hey? Don't say that. Fuck. That's kind of how you want to be doing it. You don't want to brake the whole way through.
Me and Toby are kind of sat around at the minute waiting for a white Navara to come over the horizon. We've sent Jordan and Ethan off to go and get brake pads because after Jordan's lap it came back literally smoking. Is it any surprise? Usually when we come on a track day it's tyres that we have problems with, but these budget tyres are actually holding up. Yes, they're taking some abuse on the outside shoulder here. Castle Combe and Thruxton both notorious for being really harsh on the near side front tyre, but actually this must have done, I'd say 50-60 laps now and it's actually looking okay. We'll probably swap them around when we do the discs, but we noticed when it came back from Jordan it was literally smoking on this near side, and the discs are looking blue as well, so they've got really hot and we think it looks like they're really low on pads. We probably, I mean, if you look at like literal, there's the brake dust, like it's just literally like piled up. That you get so far with the pad and it just starts getting chewed up. It's really easy to go through them really quickly, especially once they're hot. They just start like crumbling away. So they were okay before we came, but we probably didn't give them enough rest to cool down. So they've gone off to a local Euro car parts. We're going to get these whipped off. I would have them all whipped off and whatever, but they took all the tools with them as well. Then it'll be lunch. Toby's done well. We picked up from his first going around. Ethan's getting competitive. He's on about 131, I think he said. Jordan was on about 131 something. So obviously I had to go out and do 130.57. Just let these boys know. Sort the men from the boys, you know what I mean? Yeah, all going alright other than the pads so far. So here I am whizzing around the track. Thanks to DYU Cycles. We got the little A1F helping me get around the track, try and get a few little shots of everything going on. So another shout out to DYU Cycles. Make sure you check them out.
Well, think about it, you can do like 4 laps, come back, swap them again, 4 laps.
Are you going to bin these otherwise?
Yeah.
So
If you want to play with them, you carry on.
Well, it's that or we go home. I'd go with that then.
Yeah.
So what brand did we buy? Brembo.
Yep. Standard.
Jordan and Ethan went and bought some Brembos on a non-account Euro car parts. We probably should have told them we have an account. I think we do. We paid about 40 quid plus that, maybe about 50 quid. And we've done 15 laps and we are back to metal again. So luckily the guys at MONKEYZ have saved our butt again. Not only are they going to once again lend us their rewind tool, I kind of went over and said, how bad were your old pads? Because they've just changed theirs as well, and they've actually got some decent meat left on them. I say decent enough, and I guess is what they're using. Type HC. What's the name of the people they were getting them from? I can't remember, but I'll try and remember. I'll put a link here who sponsors them and have said they can do us a good deal on some for the future. So really kind of them to do that. Ethan's getting under here. It is roasting hot under there, but if we want to keep racing, we've got to do something. We can't be on metal, so yeah, bum holes.
Flat out. Ready? And then start sweeping across. Come on there. Yeah. Nice. Good, the good line. Hard, yeah.
Okay, so about 6:30, back at the farm. We are going to leave, well, in fact we're not going to leave it because Josh is here. He wants to use the Navara tonight, so he's going to unload the Civic. But on the whole, good day. Need to give a special mention to Tom especially, but Raf and Matt of MONKEYZ as well, because they basically saved our ass twice. Twice by lending us their brake rewind tool, and when our new pads that we bought just completely rinsed in about 20 minutes, about 15 laps on track. We knew they'd recently changed their brake pads, so we said, well, what are your old ones like? And we stuck them in, and it got us around for another, I don't know, 40 laps until we ran out of fuel, basically. So thanks so much to those guys. Make sure you go and check out their channel. I'm going to put a link in the description, and give them a subscribe. They're top guys, and they've got some interesting stuff going on, so make sure you follow those. And that's it for Monday. See you tomorrow. Tuesday morning, it is 9:45 currently. I've been in since about 8:30, not super early this morning, but I did want to get in and sort out a few emails, which I've done, tidy up the office a little bit, which we've done, and I've got someone coming in for an interview at 10. I was going to go and view a couple of units this afternoon, but they've changed that appointment to tomorrow morning so we can meet the owners as well and get a better understanding whether everything's going to work for everyone. So that's been swapped to tomorrow morning. Toby's just arrived, he's at the front editing because I need that desk space free for my interview. The guys are cracking on in the workshop, and Ethan and Jordan are hopefully working their way through prepping some cars so that I can get out there and get them photographed and listed. So all systems go, let's get to it. Right, I've been very bad at filming today. I've been quite tired after a busy week and then track day, but where are we now? We've photographed the Z4, Ethan has. Toby's finished editing a rough draft of yesterday's track day. So I've been sat here watching through this, which will be this video. So it's like some kind of Inception type thing going on. They're going to be on to the Fiat 500 now, which they are, out in the valet bay. Dan has headed off to the dentist, not emergency, just a pre-planned thing he'd forgotten. So he's off for the rest of the afternoon. Interview went well this morning, chat was really good. I do have someone else coming in Friday, and since then someone that Steph knows has kind of heard about it, called up. So he's also going to come in Friday. So two people to talk to on Friday. And the viewing, I don't know if I already said, but the viewing on the units I was going to look at for a potential MOT and prep centre or whatever, I don't know till I go and check it out, got moved from, well, it was offered as an option to move from today to tomorrow, so I could also meet the owners, talk through things with them, which I think is worthwhile doing because parking might be a bit of an issue there, and I would like to meet them and be like, hey, how about some extra parking spaces thrown in? Because as a bit of a Del boy, I like a bit of a deal. I'm finishing checking out some footage, getting the Primera video details, description, everything, so that can go out tonight. The guys have just brought back a customer car, which was a C-Max. That needs just to be paid for, collected now. Okay, so it's about 1 o'clock at this point. I've been pretty slack with filming today. Jordan and Ethan have been cleaning the Z4. Before that, they finished up cleaning the Wind, Renault Wind, which I've now photographed, filmed a video of and listed. This is going to be next on the agenda. Then I've just remembered as well, as Toby is in there editing last week's weekly vlog, that the Fiat 500 also needs listing, and I also still need to pay for the paint on that. So Josh is also here. He is making everyone a cup of tea. Let's document this rare occasion. And he is going to go and take the red Lexus IS250 from the farm down to We Buy Any Car. Just get rid of that. It's rusted out to hell. It's just not worth doing anything with. And in fact, we still should get about 1,600 quid for it still, which is a few hundred quid loss, but this just clears some space, and we don't need old crap like that. And then out in the workshop, Steph's on something. What are you doing today, Steph?
Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Including a hardship fund, but
Shitty axe.
Hating life.
Shitty axle pushes.
That's right.
Nice. Oh, is this a customer's MOT failure from yesterday?
Might still seem like a
Should have been an advisory, but yet Steph has got to sort it out now. And Dan's doing loads of servicing on sold cars, keeping very busy. The Merc is probably due for a flush or whatever now, because Jordan's been driving that around. And I've sent Ethan and Jordan off to collect the Subaru Legacy because I didn't do it last week, just manic. And so they're going to go and collect that today. Then I can put Jordan in that to drive that around to see if that solved our gearbox issues. The issue we used to have with that Legacy was that it would come up with a warning saying the gearbox was overheating. It drove perfectly fine, there was no issues with the gearbox or changing gears or anything like that. It would just have this thing on it. And we tried changing the oil, then Adrian's come along, so they usually work on those a lot in New Zealand, which is where Adrian has just come back from, and they need a power flush. So we're taking it to gear change, they've done a power flush, and hopefully that will have solved that and that can go back up for sale. They are cracking on with that building over there, roof's going on, look, blocking out our view. Steph's also done the clutch on that Polo, so I need to take that for a test drive. Maybe I'll do that in a minute and see if the sort of suspension rattles and whatever have kind of been solved as a result of that. Sounds unlikely, but as they've been unbolting all the suspension stuff at the front, might have tightened it back up, might be okay, so we'll try that in a minute. Okay, container update. We've got some worktops in by the looks of it for our kind of workbenchy area, somewhere to put tools and etc. Then our kitchen sink area, we've got a little worktop in there as well, I guess, by the looks of it. Just cut a sink in there. And then the office is looking good. It looks like he's probably had a bit of a sand down on the walls. And yeah, how good is that looking? So, what day are we on? Tuesday. I reckon by the end of the week, let's say the beginning of next week, Toby and I could be sat in here doing our editing with air-conditioned air and the kettle going. Maybe I'm being a bit ambitious, I don't know, you never know, do you? But new lighting all the way up through. Tell you what, it feels nice and cool in here as well. This is a proper little thing this is going to be. This is going to be excellent. As you can probably see over here, I've got the little £750 Freelander out because I'm down the land. Means I'm looking after horses for the other half. Wonderful. So I've got to take some hay and water down to ponies, and then I've got to get the rake out and go around this arena so that it's all raked nicely for Royal Highness to ride her ponies around. Because as she goes around, all the carpet fibres and everything kind of get churned off. There's a bit of a track. Actually looks fine to me, so I don't know why I'm going to do this. But to be fair to her, she's paranoid that she's going to damage the arena, which was expensive to do. So that's it for Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday. It is now about 20 past 11. This morning I have been out and looked at a couple of units as a potential extra site for MOT, etc. And actually I've just put in an offer on those, so hopefully we get those. And then we've got to start the whole lengthy process of getting an MOT centre sorted. The guys have been getting cars out, getting photographed. That was the Fiat 500 we were talking about yesterday. They've just moved the Z4 out of there, and they're now on to cleaning that black C-Class from last week that Steph did the oil cooler on. That's been driven now and seems to have proven itself okay. And then we've got loads of stuff in the workshop getting prepped for sale, so flying along. So we're going to do a bit of safe braking today. Sophie, hopefully that's all of it, has sold a Fiat 500 down the farm, so we've got a sandwich bag full of cash now, which I need to pay into the post office, bit of a pain. And I thought, while I'm at it, I know I've got some cash in here, at least I think I have, but it's run out of charge and I've lost the key. So we don't have much other option than to cut it open. Let's go and cut it open. Drop it on the floor. Dan's recommending we just drop it on the floor. Pretty sure there's like a porcelain something in there. the angle grinder. Right, I think the most sensible thing is to cut the back out. Safety goggles. Safety first, safety second. Hopefully we haven't set fire to the cache. Oh yeah! Most importantly, it's a mug my darling girlfriend got for me. The thing is, the last one got broken. I kept this one in the safe, and now I've covered it in metal filings. But we'll put that somewhere safe. Look at that! Did not want to lose all of that. There's even a van key in here, some change, a key for a motorbike that belongs to my dad in a shipping container somewhere. But that's what I wanted. So I can probably weld that shut again now. All I've got to do is change the batteries. And should we change the batteries and see if it actually works again? Oh God! Have you seen that? Melted. That's annoying. Oh my God, it's done a few of them. I hope they'll still take that at the post office. If you've got a safe at home and it's bleeping at you that the batteries are running out, and you're like me, you're not organised enough to actually remember where you've put your key, change the batteries. A few of them have got.
Nah, they're fine.
Yeah, that'd be right. But not this one.
No, it'll still be able to tender.
Whoever wins the Daihatsu move gets a free melted £10. Could potentially have broken it when we threw it on the floor. But oh. No, killed it. Oh! No, that one's fit for the scrap bin, I think. Which probably needs emptying, but that's someone else's job. Right, let's go and order another safe. Good afternoon, Berrow Motors. Also, side note, if you are someone who, like I used to, when I didn't have to count money frequently, would count cash in hundreds like this and wrap the one around it, because then you can look at it and count it that way, and maybe you think it looks cool or whatever. This is a personal plea. Please don't do that, because if you're someone who does have to count this now, I have to go through each one and fold them out, and they're all bent up, and it's just a nightmare. Just count them out in 25s. 25s you can fit in your hand easily. That's 500 quid. Do another 25, stick them in a pile together, you've got £1,000. That's the way to do it. But this, it's just twice the admin. I hate counting cash as it is. Don't do this. That's it. Right, so I'm just quickly heading home in this Subaru Legacy. Keep it running around, and I'm going to grab my lunch, which I forgot as always. I've got the builders working at home as well, doing some work in the garden, so I'm going to just have a quick hello, see how they're getting on while I grab my food. Then I got to head down the farm, swap this with the Tiguan, because Sophie's also sold that, but it seems to have a bit of a rattly noise. We think it's a drop link, so I'm going to grab that, bring it back to the garage, we'll get that sorted, and then hopefully I can drop that back down the farm this evening, and she'll be ready to let them take that away and get another one gone and paid for. It looks like we've got the 2 units subject to contract, so that's really exciting. My mind is just going to be running a million miles an hour now with trying to figure out what we're doing there, what's needed, what building alterations we're going to do, and just generally how I'm going to make that work with the current setup we got. I'm there having ideas of like, we could just have MOTs over there and the valeting over there, or do I move our entire mechanical operation to that site because there'll be enough space, keep all that and the noise and everything out the way, and just have valeting and sales at our current site. But then again, you get all the local customers who just drop in, so it wouldn't really be that convenient to do that. So there's going to be a few evenings and days of figuring out what's going to be done there, but we still got to get that contract signed and all that sort of stuff. So exciting times though. Berrow Motors moving up in the world, getting our own MOT centre, and that's going to be the next interesting thing as well, actually, is jumping through all the hoops to get the MOT centre approved. But you know, we got the facilities, we got the staff, we got the team. We'll get it done.
Oh, stupid captive nut that they put in the plastic. It's clean.
What's clean?
Just do this.
Yeah, how do it?
We'll see flipping valeters.
Valeters? Detailers?
Is it valeters?
Huh?
Valeters where I come from. Right, hold it there.
Not
Because
there, not there, not there, not there.
I have to unbolt the main brackets because the captive nut is spinning the octopus back together to get the shot right. So just drill it out. I can get it off. I can't get in there.
Cable ties.
Or cable ties, yes, that works.
The one thing I made sure we took with us to the track day. Did we use them? No.
Oh, is that to hold the brake pads in?
I said if we just like cross sweep these in a certain pattern, might be able to make a pad out of it.
Yeah. New design. High melting point.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No. Is my assistance still needed?
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to end up bending the wing. So.
Have fun!
Yes. Thank you.
So that's the rattle. Hopefully you can hear. Not drastic, but needs addressing. So yeah, I think hopefully it is just a drop link. Someone was saying that we had a drop link here, we didn't know what it was for, so it could have been that we meant to do one on this already and we didn't. But we will get it sorted, and then that's another one that can go and get some money back in the kitty, which is going to be needed now that we're opening an MOT centre. So I can't remember exactly what I have filmed, what I haven't filmed today. It's just got disgustingly hot this afternoon, so I'm cruising home in the Nissan Leaf because it's got a cloth interior, so I'm not going to stick to it. I know the aircon works very well, and it's an easy drive home kind of day, so I've got regenerative braking on and I can just sit back and get home. I've got some documents to fill out for the new units, get those ready to send off tomorrow morning. I need to do a bit of editing, and that's it. Get in the morning, film a video with Toby because that's got to go out the same day on Thursday because we haven't got anything else lined up yet. Yeah, that's it for Wednesday. See you on Thursday. Good morning, it is Thursday, it's about 9:30, it's been a bit of a mad flurry Walking through the door this morning. We got Dan out doing an MOT run. We got Jordan out on a test drive at the minute. Toby will be in any minute, and we need to film a video today to put out tonight. So we've got to film, edit it, and get it uploaded and done. So I think we're going to do a little video on a little C3 Picasso that I've bought. And I need to fill out all this paperwork, get that sent off. I'm sat here listing cars as well, trying to get organised, feeling a bit up against it, feeling the stress this morning. I'm going to crack on. I'll see you when I've got an update. Right, another little job for the day. Sophie has broken her horse poo picker, so I'm having to weld this back up so she can get back in action. It's alright. It's a rake for picking up horse shit. Why are you two still mucking around with this anyway?
Because he's fucking like in reverse.
Bit of fun this.
Lovely.
So that's it going back in now, is it?
Yeah.
Finally, okay. Quick aircon recharge on this beast of an SL out here for our customer who's also got the Corvette. Got to do something about these parking spaces as well, because the younger lads are parking them so everything ends up this tight, which is great because they're all skinny little whippets. Oh, I just can't get out of there, and now I haven't got a parking space. Whoever next needs to get that cougar out of that spot in the corner is going to be very annoyed, but I've still barely got enough space to get out of here. God. Not coming around here either. That's the nice Golf that we sold that we then has come back to it needed a wheel speed sensor, so we've just done that. That's the C3 Picasso we're going to do a video on. Adrian's still having his nightmare with the Mondeo. Yeah, and even our scrap bay is quite full, I think. Here is our Polo. That's had the clutch done, but I think it needs tracking, and I think it's got a drop link loose as well. This is, we're waiting for a customer to come pick this up. That we never got around to getting the turbo on it, we just haven't had time. Obviously the old Daihatsu. So Josh is off doing jobs for main dealer again today, deliveries. In fact we had to go and pick up another car to bring back for a repair, so we've got Luke in to drive the recovery truck doing that. So you almost need another driver already. Never mind, once we've got the MOT station and perhaps we get a few more cars here for sale and whatever, so bit of a logistics nightmare at the moment. Just trying to figure out, in fact we're so desperate for MOTs, hence wanting to open an MOT centre, that we've got about 5 or 6 booked in over at Taunton, which is about half an hour away from us, and we're just going to have someone all day driving one there, driving one back, driving one there, driving one back, driving one there, and that is probably what Luke is going to spend all of tomorrow, maybe with a combination of Luke helping him out, I don't know. Josh driving the recovery truck, I should say, because we just can't get the MOTs around here, hence why we need the MOT station for ourselves to take care of our own demand. And yeah, just stressful. And then on the other side, you probably saw as we went past, we've got a Kia Sedona or something out there. Chap his alternator's gone, he's gone and bought his own alternator. He wanted to fit it himself, but he hasn't, so now he's come to us. Basically just wants to waste our time to get information from us on how we should do it and what he should do. So if someone's out there now being polite and whatever with him, which obviously is what we do, but you know, this is the downside you run a workshop. Everyone kind of, not everyone, most people are excellent, I should say. You do get the odd person who's like, I would do it myself, I would normally do it myself, but I just don't know with this, I don't know, and they're expecting us to give us all the information from auto data that we pay 120 quid a year, a month for. And yeah, wasting time that I'm paying for just to kind of give them advice. So if you're still out there doing that, I'll go and nip it in the bud. Unlike last week, where this sold corner was looking very bare, in fact we only had one car in there, Now it's chocker. We've got Golf sold, Corsa sold, MONKEYZ sold, A5 sold, A3 sold, Cougar sold. This Merc here is sold as well, and I think there's some in the workshop being worked on. I need to get this Fiat 500 out of the way. Me and Toby need to get out here and film a video with a C3 that we've got. We have got a couple of spaces in the forecourt by the looks of it, so I can shuffle some up to give us some space, but we are running out of space now. Worst problems to have, I suppose. And on top of that, I've just seen as well where the cars have been parked. We've got quite an impressive weed collection coming up there, so I'm going to want to get on top of that as well. The weed exterminator, while we've got an opportunity. And then we've also just bought in, via Cars Bought For More, for a very nice local lady, a Hyundai i30 on quite low miles, I think, one owner. It's a bit rough and ready at the minute, but there's potential here to clean it up. Let's go around and see what the miles actually say. There we are, 24,684, and we have given £2,400 for this, I think. So not a bad little deal really, because cleaned up, looking minters. That should be about 4.5 on the forecourts. What a machine. God, it's roasting in it. Let's get this round to the super bright. Where the frick is the handbrake? Really? That's your handbrake? That is bizarre. How long it's been since I've driven one of these, if I ever have. Right, that's there now. I'm going to leave that. Oh, I might move it forward a little bit actually. Leave that running with the air conditioning going. Because, give me a break. I hate electric handbrakes. Right, yes, we'll leave that there. Toby can come out and do his cinematics while it cools down, and then we can go out and do some filming.
Afternoon, you guys for this weekend?
Is that Adam, did you say?
Yeah, speaking.
Oh yeah, it's Joe from Berrow Motors.
Hello mate, alright?
Hey, alright, yeah, not too bad. Do you guys do like MOT equipment, setups, things like that?
Yeah, I can get someone to do stuff like that, yeah.
Super. Could you, could we arrange that? Get someone to give me a shout or let me know what you can do and whatever?
Yeah, what is the best number to contact on? Just the normal number?
Yeah, just call on this one and ask for Joe.
Is it MOT equipment? Is there any particular part of it, or is it the whole bay, or...?
The whole kit and caboodle, really.
The whole lot, so full MOT bay, basically, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, mate, I'll put that on now and I will get someone to give you a call ASAP.
Lovely job. Thanks, mate.
No problem. Thank you, mate. Bye-bye.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Hello, Joe again.
Hey Laura, it's Joe from Berrow.
Hi, are you alright?
Not too bad, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good. Do you guys do full like MOT bays and stuff like that?
Yeah, we can get our rep in to give you some details on that. She's not back until next week. Is that gonna be a problem?
I don't think I'll be fitting it before then, so that should be fine.
Yeah. If not, we can. If need be, I can try and get hold of Workshop Pro. But yeah, maybe I'll give the rep a message and get her to pop in next week when she's back.
Yeah, pop in, that's fine, or with some information, that'd be great.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Alright, thanks, bye-bye.
Cheers, Joe, bye.
Yeah, 14, lovely, low mileage, 71,000 miles, grade 3, no back, February 24, 61 bit 61, 61 going once, going twice, any van side, self finishing done, 61, 52, 62, 62, 62, 1, 6,300 pound, thank you.
Excellent, so we've just won a Nissan Navara. I've got a customer for one of those. In fact, we just did an awful lot of work on his L200. The customer's from Geneva, believe it or not. He comes back to us every year to have his MOT and MOT prep, servicing, etc. done. We just done that last week, the week before, and he had a fender bender in Belgium, a fender bender that was big enough to write the car off. So he's been in the market for a pickup truck because he's now away from the wife. He needs something to buy here, drive back. I think to do with the whole Geneva, whatever, car rules. it's much easier to get a car here with its MOT here than it is to go to Geneva and get it past whatever and whatever. So that's good news. We've just won that. I've shown him the pictures and everything. He was keen for that. We've got a budget which we're well within, so we just need to get that back from Wolverhampton at some point and get it serviced. A couple of tyres I think it needs. Make sure it's got 12 months ticket because that's important to him. And then yeah, get it over to him. So as long as that's not an absolute dog when we get it, that's a bit of a gimme, that one.
Hello?
Oh, is that Clive?
I'll pass you over.
Or is that Nathan?
That's right.
Hi Nathan, it's Joe from Berrow Motors.
Hey, Joe, how are you getting on, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Just give you an update. So we've got the Navara.
Sweet.
But I just need to, you know, I can't tell you an exact figure yet, but it's well, it should be well within the budget. So we got to pick it up, obviously, sort the tyres, MOT, probably service it, but just let you know it's all in hand and we're making progress now.
Fucking banging, mate. That is great news. That is really, really great news.
No worries at all.
Nice. It's going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, a bit of relief.
Tomorrow, back on Tuesday, but at least I know that we've got the Navara, so that's fucking great news. Brilliant. Birthday.
All right. So leave it with me. I'm going to start pulling all the strings and figure out when we're going to pick it up and what we're going to do and whatever. And yeah, we'll certainly have it ready for Monday week anyway, if not before.
Nice one, brother. Have a lovely weekend, and thank you very much, mate. That's fantastic news. Fantastic.
No worries at all.
Nice one, mate.
All right. Thanks, Nathan. Cheers.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, back in the Leaf on the way home. Quick recap for today. We sorted the Tiguan, got that back to Sophie, so hopefully that's gone now, but I don't know if it has. I welded up her poo scoop thing, so that was sorted for her. Luke went all the way down to Cornwall today to collect a Panda that Dan sold last week, the little red one you probably saw in last week's vlog. That had a turbo actuator fault. They were going to take it to Fiat, but they couldn't see them for a little while, so we've driven all the way down to Cornwall to pick it up, bring it back. We're going to look at that, get it sorted for them, and we'll drive it all the way back down for them. What else can you do? You got to treat your customers right. So that was done. We had a couple of different services, and Adrian got the Mondeo back together, so that's sorted. They've got air conditioning now. Steph got to the bottom of the C-Max with the DPF issues, which is a relief because that was becoming a real pain. It had a split kind of pressure sensing tube thing, which he's replaced. Toby and I got a video filmed and edited, and it is, as we speak, about 90% uploaded. So hopefully by the time I get home, it's now 20 past 6. Videos normally go out at 7. Hopefully that'll be ready to go out. I will get that out for the Thursday video tonight. And we also bought the Nissan Navara for the chap who had a write-off with his L200, so that is all underway. I've just booked tickets. Luke is going to come in again. He's going to get the train up to Wolverhampton, then get an Uber from Wolverhampton train station to BCA Wolvo, and we'll get that collected back. So he was very happy. Other than that, what have we done? Photographed and listed the black Mercedes M19 HHX, I think. So that is up for sale again after having its oil cooler done. So that's good news. Obviously we bought in the car from Car Sport for more. Jordan's pretty much finished with cleaning that. That'll be ready for pictures and listing in the morning. It's been very busy, quite stressful, but that's just how it goes sometimes. You can't complain about being busy. So that's it for Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. It is Friday. It is 8 o'clock. We are just on our way to work. I got a feeling it's going to be a very busy day today. We've got a lot of MOT running. We got one of the mechanics off. Steph is off. And I can't remember what else we got going on. I need to list some cars. I have a feeling it's going to be a stressful day today. I'm already feeling the stress. Oh, I've got 2 interviews as well. One at 10 and one at like closing, like 5:36, I think. So I kind of need to be switched on for that as well. And I imagine there's going to be stuff to deal with to do with the units. I might have some phone calls about MOT equipment if I'm lucky. And now that I know that we are getting those units, my mind is whirring around about what I should do with the current setup that we got at this garage. So I've used my, I'll see if I can put a picture up, my 3D scanner to scan out the layout of our offices and everything, same as the units. An app called Polycam. It's pretty cool, it's just free. You just kind of show your camera around the building and it marks it out, and the measurements are like scarily bang on. I'm gonna have a look at that and see what we might do about changing it around to suit more of a sales and just valeting setup rather than sales, mechanical and everything else, to maximise on the space that we've got for sales. So I think I'm going to be tired by the end of today. Let's get on with it. Come on then, Bash, let's go out for a wee. So Dan is out doing multiple test drives with customers. Hopefully they decide they want one of the cars, make it worthwhile. Toby and I have been out doing very serious filming with the Daihatsu. Daihatsu. To remind people about our raffle, just letting Bash out for a quick wee. I got the Hyundai i30 to list now from yesterday. Jordan's just finishing touches for a couple of cars that I think he's got going out today, which would be good. I've had a phone call from someone from GSF regarding our MOT bay equipment, so that's good. I've been doing lots of emails and admin and stuff today. Just trying to think what I've been doing. Speaking to the accountant. Do I open a new business separately? Do I run it under the same thing? What's going to be more kind of cost efficient? Because otherwise it's 2 lots of accounts, it's 2 lots of insurance, it's 2 lots of whatever. Or run it under one, trading out something else, because I do want to have it under a different name. Not Berrow Motors, it will be like Joe's MOT Centre or something. That's not going to be it, but it'll be something like that. Also had an old colleague of Steph's in today, salesman, talking about the role. He also seemed like a good candidate. Yeah, so yeah, a lot to take on. Yeah, brain's a bit frazzled, but we will overcome as always.
That because it would have moved, but it's the shaft is gone.
Oh yeah, you can feel the solenoids working all right, but
yeah, but it's obviously it's getting stuck because it shouldn't be doing that.
good job we got good mates at Hutton's Fiat now.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Dan's been looking for others. It's around. So I looked up online. One bloke, it cost me between $800 to $900 a case.
How much?
$800 to $900, but obviously that's going into the dealership and having it done.
Yeah.
About 469. He's got to try somewhere else. GSF want to take us to take this one off. They'll get it reconditioned for the same price as a new one.
Right. Yeah.
So he's got one more place to ring when he comes back, he said, but yeah.
Oh, I need to know what it is. So I said it in last week's Berrow Motors Weekly, I think. Josh was very keen on having the C63. I lent it to him, he drove it, scared his dad, decided he wanted one.
Scared the shit out of my dad. He was terrified.
Yeah, well I put the clip in so they know.
Josh, no, it's fine. Josh, stop, fucking, please no, Josh, stop, no, fucking hell.
And yeah, he's been sort of been tormented by the idea ever since. And I suggested if he was going to do something like that, he gave me his advice, should I do it? And I said, not really. Because he's 21 years old and it's an expensive car. And I said, but if you are going to do it, you may as well finance it. Think of it as a short-term thing. 6 months, what's it going to cost you in interest and all that sort of stuff. And obviously I did him a very good deal because I'm such a nice guy. And yeah, so he's now been approved. So not only has he now got a fancy car, he knows that he's an upstanding member of the community. He doesn't have ruined credit. And yeah, he's now just going to burn all of his money by turning fuel into noise. And Jordan's just done a sale on a 500X.
500X, yeah.
And taken in a bargain part exchange, £200 Corsa. We think it's a bargain. It's out there. I want to go out and check it out. The problem is, if I go out there and check it out, I'm going to get wet. So, what can we do?
Bring it inside.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You ruined my joke.
Cool.
Thanks, Jordan. Don't get too wet. So here is our £200 Corsa that Jordan has taken in. I won't give away too much information because we'll do a video on this tomorrow, and although that video will be out before this one, probably, still, no one wants double content. But 124,000 miles. Smells quite strongly of smoke. It's got a bit of damage on it, but bumper's hanging off. Bit buffed up there, biffed up I should say. Scuff down this side, which is definitely not polishing out. Some of that there will probably polish out, but otherwise, cosmetically, for 200 quid doesn't seem too bad. But we will do a proper inspection tomorrow, a vehicle score, and a video. So yeah, I would say keep your eyes peeled for that. Like I say, it'll be out before this one, I expect.
It's obviously all, like, you know, got a lot of crap in my van, like, you know, it's not,
Well, in an ideal world, we'll get like a 20-foot. Well, that is a 20-foot one, isn't it? I think it's not as big as that big one, is it?
Yeah, that other one.
So we could have one of those or a 10-foot one out the farm for you to put all your bits and pieces, and you can empty out all your spares. You know, you can just go and get whatever you want whenever you need them.
That's it. That should be plenty, shouldn't it?
Should even be able to put 3-metre lengths of pipe and whatever in there.
Yeah, what's the 10 metre small one then, or 10 foot?
10 foot, so that's 3 metres basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Let's check banking for 7295.
Just done a transfer over there. Jordan, 7295, yeah? Right, it is currently 5 to 6 on the Friday. I'm hanging on late because I've got another candidate, as I said, coming in for an interview. I forgot that he said that he finishes work at 6 and then he's going to head to me from Weston-super-Mare. Traffic is absolutely effed out there, so it could take a little while. And then I probably need to pop down the farm to check on a few things there, and the horses, of course. So I'm probably just going to leave it there because I'm going to be just having a bit of a tidy up, sorting a few things out. I'm not getting too invested in any editing or anything at the moment because our chap could be here any minute. So I'll just catch up with you in the morning, and yeah, I'll give you any updates then. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It's kind of just about still morning. It's near enough midday now. Been a fairly busy morning. I had to dash out for a while. Back now. Toby is editing and enjoying his first ever Somerset slice. I'm enjoying my first one of the day. It's probably going about 5. It's always a good day when you've got Somerset slices. We've got quite a few cars going out today, which is good news. In fact, I have to get busy with buying next week, I think. So, yeah, this month has turned around not too bad, not perfect, but going okay so far. So, we might try and film a video later. Don't know if we're going to have time. But whatever we get to, I'll let you know. So why'd you keep leaving the lid off? Didn't you? Oh.
Why do you keep leaving the lid off?
I don't mean to. I want to protect the Somerset slices at all costs. Keep the moisture in.
They're amazing.
These are like crack cocaine to me. How bad is the A3 looking?
It's alright.
Huh?
It's alright. It's fairly tidy.
Dan's on the Hoover, check that out.
Yeah,
That's a rare occurrence. He's watching me though, he's eyeing me.
You can tell he's going on holiday.
Yeah. He's even got sunglasses on. Witnessing you hoovering. He said, "You're ready for your holiday?" I said, "Yeah, he's even got sunglasses on." Dan's off to Amsterdam. I don't know where he's going, but probably. Right, manic Saturday as it turns out. We've had customers left, right and centre. We've had 2 or 3 cars go out, I think. Red A3, Subaru XV, and something else, but I can't remember. And Jordan's now taking a deposit on a white Mocha. I still haven't had the chance to photograph this yet. I can't decide if I'm going to do that now or perhaps on the bank holiday Monday. We've also had a part exchange of this quite nice looking Audi A5, 2008 plate. It's a 2-litre turbo, a bit of a scuff there, little scuff there. But on the whole, it's on 104,000 miles and we gave £2,049. Very strange figure, but it was part of a finance deal and that gave him a round figure to finance. If it's unlocked, it's not. It's got like a tan leather interior. I don't know how well this will show up. It's also got a huge Android head unit in there. I might take that home, or I might just take the Leaf again, because I can charge that at the farm while I'm down there sorting that stuff out. Yeah, interesting, the guy who came in and bought the red A3 off us was the chap who sold us the red Golf, and that's now sold as well. So that is going out next week sometime. We've got a delivery happening tomorrow on a Sunday because Josh has gone to Slammed UK or something, some kind of car show, vertical show or something, I don't know, in his new C63. Instead of working today, didn't even ask him to, but he's offered to do a delivery of a yellow Corsa, one that came in Cars Bought For More from a local person. So that one's sold. Toby edited a few shorts, like shorts videos, vertical videos for social media, so I got another one of those I can post tomorrow now, which is good. Episode 1 of BM Weekly, I think that's how we've been titling it. The Berrow Motors Weekly is currently uploading. Uploading is the bane of my existence. 35% uploaded. Started off with an hour to go at 0%. It's now at 35%. It's got an hour and 18. Go figure. So it's now about 3:30. We actually closed at 2. Jordan's hanging on because he wants to do some overtime and some extra pennies. He's also thinking he might want this A8 3.7 V8. Got a few issues with this. This car's been hanging around for ages. I've been wanting to do a video on it for ages. First off, it would cut out and it was a crank position sensor. Change that, that's no problem at all. Battery keeps going flat, and turns out it's one of the like MMI modules or whatever, so everything works in there, but the battery goes flat because something doesn't turn off. We've unplugged all that, so now the battery doesn't go flat, but you don't have your sound system, etc. But, you know, maybe it's an easy fix. I don't know, but I think I actually paid, about £1,000 for this. I did have the wheels refurbed. I said to him if he wants it for a couple of thousand, then he can have it. So he's going to go and check that out. Dan's in there finishing up some servicing and things for cars that he's sold, because, like I say, he's going away next week to Amsterdam. So, yeah, well, I say that, they're both sat in the office now. And I'm heading off down the farm. I think Mark might have been down there this morning. I'm going to see what he's been up to, because I might just chuck a bit of paint in the container office tomorrow, because that means that I can then make a start on getting the air conditioning unit in, and then we're really cracking on with being able to get in there and start working. So I'll see you down the farm. Right, so what's been occurring then? Not much in the storage half of the container by the looks of it, but Mark has been in here painting, so getting a base coat of white on, just brightened it up a little bit, and probably gives us enough to work with to start fitting in our air conditioning unit. The outlet is going to go here. I'm going to run the pipework cut hole through this end wall and have the base unit on the outside on the end of this, and we'll just put some little trunking over to keep that neat. Just keeps that round the back. Then we are not far off at all now, so that's probably all you're going to get to see this week, but I will be in here working on this over the weekend and probably the bank holiday Monday as well. I think I'm even going to get Jordan to come and give me a hand, because I probably need an extra pair of hands to get the unit up on the wall, screwed up, etc. So, and Mark even might be here on Monday, so that'll be good as well. So there we have it, week 2 of the Berrow Motors Weekly. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up, it's really going to help out. Make sure you subscribe, again, it's free to do, really helps out the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, and I will see you next time.